Welcome to the Batch Boys. We are boys who love the Batch. I'm Ryan S.
I'm Jake C.
I'm Alex F.
And this is the Batch Boys. Boys, let's give a fist to the sky for the final three now on Rachel Lindsay's
Lindsay's
seasons of The Bachelor's.
It's Chris season. So
Yeah, congrats to Rachel.
Yeah, for Rachel. We didn't do it, but
That's fine. Good, crazy ep. Lots to talk about.
Lots to digest.
oh well. First of all, I think it's about time we all digest that Dean is the worst thing that's ever happened to America, and this episode proved it. So thank you, Dean, for setting yourself up to look like a freaking idiot.
How about thank you, Dean, for bringing Batch in Paradise back? Without Dean, there'd be no Paradise.
Why is
just
that?
because there's no point in watching it. But now that he's on it, we're gonna watch it, and so they can they can market it.
No,
True.
We all know that the real draw to Paradise this season is everyone's favorite reject of this season, Iggy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Did you see how they
Iggy
marketed
and
it?
Diggy.
Did you see the first trailer for
Wait,
Paradise?
I actually do want to talk
Yeah.
about it. Do you want to talk about it now?
Sure. While we're on the
All right,
subject,
go
we got to
for
get
it.
to Dean eventually.
We'll get there.
My
We'll get there.
God.
Let's talk about it.
They went there.
Yeah.
They were literally like, "Oh, after this whole sexual assault controversy."
Well, they didn't say that.
No, I know, but they just like,
They
after
it's not
they
even like
used
they
it
may
as
as
a
well.
like in the trailer as a marketing.
It
thing.
made me feel gross because like
Oh, yeah.
they're
Yeah, I
showing
agree.
they're sharing all these tweets and stuff about like, oh, my summer's ruined, or like, you know, all these heartless people in
Yeah,
America.
someone might have gotten hurt, but
Yeah, like they're totally forgetting like the millions of tweets that were just like, you know, I don't know, hundreds of thousands. They were just like, wow, this is disgusting.
Millions.
I can't believe they allowed this to happen. Like this, like how does this even happen? You know, in this day and age on such a big program on a Disney subsidiary, even like, how do you allow sexual assault to happen and then get swept under the rug and then come back and furthermore use that to help boost the show?
I was listening back to our first, like the first episode after the controversy, and I think it was you. You said like Disney swept this one under the rug, and it's totally true, man. Like
It's
that's
so true.
like in hindsight,
they didn't even put it under the rug. They put it on the cake and told us it was frosting.
Whoa.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
I dropped this mic, but I think Daniel paid a lot of money for it.
But like,
I miss him.
He's gone again, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's just us.
Awesome.
We haven't seen him since then. Like he literally, we didn't even think he was going to show up. We're sitting here, we're about to record in the Batch Boys studio. We hear knock, knock, knock at the door. Jake goes, "I'm scared. Who's that?" He said, "I don't know. I can't see it. The door's right over there."
I
We
don't know.
hold each other,
I
give each other our
spook easy.
warmth.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He spooks. He spooks easy.
Yeah. That's why
Spunk's easy too.
I spook, I spunk, and I'm skittish as hell.
And it's been a great season of The Bachelorette. I do feel. I agree. I think it's bad.
Right? Like we're all there, right? We all picked up on that.
Extremely insensitive.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty easy to pick up on.
That's the word. But it's just they were trying to like trick us into thinking other idiots on social media are happy about it, so you should be too. Like I am happy about it. Like,
Of course.
you know, I love the show. You know, I'm a boy. I love the Batch and you know all its affiliated programs.
the subsidiaries.
Programs.
And so you know, I'm happy to have it back. I'm happy to see these contestants, but I don't know. Just it's kind of sickening.
And well, again, we don't know everything that happened at length. But it does seem.
I mean,
in hindsight, it just
whatever
seems,
it was sounds like it was at length. So
and whatever it was sounds like it was paid to go away. That so should be an interesting season.
mm-hmm.
I hate Robbie. I hate Iggy.
Interested to see the break. Like, there's gonna just be a break, right?
Where
Where certain characters just aren't there anymore.
How are they going to tackle it?
Yeah.
Are they just? I think they're just not going to show the first beginning. They're not, I just don't think they're going
I'm
to
sniffling
show
on this
any of
mic.
it. I
Sorry.
don't know.
Sorry, audio listeners.
It'll be interesting to see how they edit that.
Nah.
They're going to be like, "Oh, everything's good in paradise," and just be like, "The controversy."
Yeah.
It's gonna
There's no
transition to, like,
controversy
2
when we
weeks
bring
later.
Just all no. What if the first half of the movie is? It might as well be a movie.
So the act one.
The first in Act 1, the pre-controversy,
And the origin story.
Mm-hmm.
before La Controversa, it'll all be in black and white,
Oh.
and then And then like right when Demario and Corinne go to that pool, they're gonna like have a big CGI tornado come in, and everyone
and then it's just
gonna get whisked away.
And it's just going to be a complete gray area.
No, it'll be
It starts black and white. It seems like, oh, I know what this should be. I know what's going to happen here. I know what the right thing is. And then just here comes this big old tornado to turn into a big gray area that we're all just comfortable watching.
Everybody speculates on, and they think they know where the tornado came from, but nobody really knows.
But what we do know,
It's just a bunch of cash and legal documents.
mhm,
Right?
mhm.
I don't know.
You know,
Yeah.
come on, man, commit to it. You said it.
Anyway, I mean,
You
I
wanna take it
didn't mean to steamroll you because
No,
you were kind of taking us out of there, and I don't know. I guess I'm just a good person.
yeah,
Good boy.
Yeah.
yeah. No, I mean it's awesome.
Sorry, America.
Batch Boys Nation.
Should we talk about hometowns?
What?
I guess so. Yeah.
You want to do it in order?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
Eric.
so.
Surprised the heck out of me.
Yeah,
Had a
right?
great
I've
date.
always liked him.
Loved Eric.
I've always liked Eric.
I don't know. I've bashed on Eric a lot, and it's just because I feel like he and her just they're from different worlds, and I know that love knows no bounds, and I'm totally with it. Like I'm the sole proprietor of selling love stories like this, but it really threw me for a loop, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I liked that his whole family knew the dance.
The dance?
Yeah!
Oh, wait, what?
They like as soon as they all sat down, every one
he,
of Eric's
said
family
something,
members.
and they were all like, "Hey!"
I missed
Even
it.
Rachel did it.
Yeah, Rachel said it was awesome.
Oh, my bad.
I really appreciated what Eric said at the end about like how he's fallen in love with her and like what that means to him, and like that was cool.
It didn't seem like Rachel really, she's like, oh, he kind of said it, but he wasn't quite there. Like, it was almost like she was picking it apart a little bit.
I think he seemed to maybe be deflecting a little bit, but I also do think he genuinely meant what he said.
No, totally. Yeah. I mean, I'm on the Eric
And
train
I thought
for
that he
sure.
was. Yeah, it's a shame. I actually am now very on the Eric train, but he's obviously going to go home next.
Oh, yeah? Why?
I think he could sneak into the final. I think Peter
I was
and
thinking-
Brian are
Why would he
huge,
have to
huge
sneak
front
in?
runners
Why isn't he, like, a contender?
because the other two are so strong.
Oh, that's true. I don't know. I guess I just really feel...
I don't know. They've kind
I feel like I finally saw what I
He
needed
had-
to see, and it's...
he had
maybe
a
it's
late,
a little too late.
Yeah, that's the thing. The late push,
Mm-hmm.
Like Chase had the late push where he was somewhat humanized. He sucks like
Yeah.
outside of the show, anyways.
Wait,
but
Chase, dumb Chase, Casey's Chase,
Chasey?
Chase, I don't-
Chasey.
he got-
yeah,
he's JoJo's like third round.
Yeah, that idiot.
Yeah. But like
He is like
went
the
home- he had
Adam of
home-
that
He had
season.
the hometown. He had the hometown where he kind of started to get some character. You're like, oh, he
Mhm.
could be a front end.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember being like, wow, I really like Chase now. 'Cause,
I
like,
didn't.
And I think
I
we're...
sure as hell don't now.
Ugh.
Yeah. But I think where it stemmed from is just like how crazy of an impact I guess it makes on me to see these families. You like I always think leading into hometowns it's going to be more like, okay, like we got to get through this, like, meet the parents and stuff. But like, especially with Eric, like Dean obviously, but we'll get there later. But with Eric, it's just like respect to that guy, like so much respect. Like he's he always talked about how like he didn't have it easy, and he came up, and had to really work hard and stuff. And I took it with a grain of salt. But after seeing both of his parents, like they just weren't they are not good parents. Like they they both justified all their reasons for like why they raised him or their lack of raising. Like, do you know what I'm saying by this?
I know what you mean. I don't think that was what was happening there, but
No,
like,
it is. Like, they were 100%. The mom's like, well, in our community or whatever, like, guys reach out to their mothers or something. When they can't reach their dreams, they reach out to the next thing they have, and that's usually their mothers. So I thought that was the best way I could show love
and
to
Eric
you.
was just like, yeah.
But no, so much respect to Eric
Yeah,
because
that's
he
insane.
has every reason to like hate his parents or be distant, because
Like Dean, the dick. Like, I mean, whatever.
I mean, we'll get to that. It's kind of two sides of a
Eric,
coin.
you made my point for me. Dean, that's why Eric
no,
got the
no,
rose.
no, no. You
Because
can't.
Eric is Dean plus respect.
Okay, whatever. But
Psh,
I don't
Pops
know.
the
Like,
mic
I mean,
again. Sorry,
this
Daniel.
is just something that I want to talk about that I can't let slide. Is just how, his dad did the same thing too. He's like,
what
man,
color
sorry,
are you feeling? What color are you feeling? We're changing a subject,
blue.
it seems like, right?
Blue. Yeah.
Okay, audio listeners, things are about to get real cray in the Batch Boy studio.
Yeah,
It didn't work.
It's fine. So
It'll work soon.
okay, I'm trying to get to it to make this more succinct. I apologize, but basically, he's just like, man, like this guy, he had the hustle, he
Yeah.
really had to, like, emotionally,
Deep.
and like really though, like he.
Sorry, I'm doing the thing with the lights, but you're
I
doing
know,
a
I know.
serious thing about Eric.
No, it's just like, frick, man, like. He lets both his parents off the hook, but sort of. And that's where the real respect would come from, is that it's one thing to just be like, oh, like, they're my parents, whatever, like, yeah, what they do is right.
Dean.
But he accepted that what they did was wrong. He knows it is, but he says, no hard feelings. I love you, mama. Like, you're my...
Unlike Dean.
You're my parents. I love you.
Yeah,
like, I
exactly.
forgive
Say,
you.
I love you, mama.
And it... Huh?
You're not giving him.
He said Dean
Dean
can't say he loves you, mama.
Yeah, he could.
Did you just...
Anyway,
you're just
it's
being
I don't know.
unfair.
I just
You're being
defended
unfair.
Dean.
I wish
defended
I had
Dean,
formulated
but
my
it's
thoughts ahead of time, but props to Eric. Like, that really took a lot for him to just be so clearly raised by people that just didn't give him the emotional support he needed growing up, and for still finding ways to overcome that and become the guy that he is. Okay, all right.
Although I don't know why I did that, because I genuinely 100% agree with what you're saying.
So
Eric's the man. Like, I
yeah,
think-
really though. Like,
I'm glad he got the rose. Like,
Yeah.
he's a contender, and
mm-hmm.
I liked him early on, but I never.
I still don't
I
know
feel
if
like
they're
he
the
came into an
perfect.
element later.
Yeah.
Once kind of more guys were knocked off.
Yeah.
He was
kinda
insecure in the
thrive.
beginning.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like once he started to get more and more secure, he kind of came out of his shell. And
Yeah.
became more of an actual.
Totally. Once he
person.
realized why he was there, and it was for Rachel, and all his focus, like, that was one progression I got to see over the course of the season, is just he, be like, my name's in your mouth, like, blah, blah, blah. Why are you talking about me? And it's always like,
Whoa,
kind of
true.
inner fighting through the guys. And then he had that one conversation with, was it Will? It was Will or Anthony, I think. I don't remember who he was talking to, but he's like, look, man, like, I think I just got to put it, it's just me and her, that's what it's all about. It's just me and her. When we're together, that's what's important, blah, blah, blah. And then he talked about race a little bit, and like, you ever notice how, like, we're the only two black guys left? And he's like, yeah, man, I don't think that's really important. And he's like, yeah, true. And then ever since then, it seems like he's really grown up a lot, or at
It's
least
100%. Well, like, the narrative structure of
yeah. So
Eric's
So,
journey
so,
to love.
so that's why it was, like, hard for me to, like, get on the Eric train early on, is just because, like, I was seeing all these overwhelming negatives. But after seeing how he could have been shaped and into who he is now, props. And I've talked a lot. So
Yeah, you
sorry.
freaking love Eric, man.
I do. I just had to say it. I don't know.
I like Eric a lot. I like Eric for Bachelor. Heck,
I'd watch it.
I'd watch
I'd
it. Hell yeah.
love to watch Eric as a Bachelor. He's a man. He's a really cool guy. Yeah, he always has cool things to say. He's an intelligent guy. Comes from not much. He
Yeah.
made a name for himself. Emotionally, like, more importantly, emotionally,
Yeah.
came from not much.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but his family was awesome too. Like, that was awesome. The whole thing was great.
Yeah. What's up?
Some stuff going
that
on behind the
Madonna?
camera.
I don't know.
Anyways,
Looks to
When
be
Donna's
should we go to
here.
the next one? The next hometown?
Yeah, sure.
Stinky Pete?
Yeah. I'll let you guys
Stinky
take
Pete.
Pete, because I really have nothing to say about this.
Until
I do.
All right. I'll go right to
Okay.
it. I hate how every season this show uses the one guy who's not bought into the whole process of meeting and getting engaged to someone in the period of at most 2 months, and they use it as a point of drama. Like, oh,
Yeah.
he's not ready. No, he's real. He's skeptical of the concept of getting engaged after 2 months, and Rachel's like, oh, I don't know if he has it. I don't know if he loves me. Like,
Her
no,
intensity
he's
about
just being a normal human being.
her intensity about the proposal has been kind of giving me a little weird vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
Because obviously that's the point of the show. Like, I expect it to end of a proposal, but I do feel like she's being weird, like a little intense about it.
Yeah. It's hard to tell if it's, like, really her.
Of course.
I don't know.
I mean, I know her pretty well.
Yeah, true.
From our years
Yeah, talk
practicing
about it.
law together
Mm-hmm.
at the law firm of Lindsay and Stiffelman.
Kevin and Durant.
Oh, what's the last name?
Yep.
We've already said it in, like, season 1, but
Kevin Durant.
no, Stiffelman.
Oh. I'm Ryan S.
Exposed.
of Lindsay and
Brent
S.
Exposed.
That would have been way funnier too. But yeah, we were a crime-fighting duo, and yeah, it wasn't like a proper legal firm. It was more like a Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a dog.
There's
He's
lots of
blind.
unsolved murders.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. Murders and sexual assaults, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Sometimes
you guys are.
Sometimes we just make our
You're
own
really
cases.
good about making those ones go away, though, huh?
Well, my dad works for Disney, so
That's so cool, man.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's tight. That's tight.
Really sweep those ones away.
Yeah, I mean, that shaped my childhood. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, we had a big impact on Jake. Oh,
Yeah, every summer and at Christmas, I'm going to Disneyland, and like in the fall and spring and stuff, I was just sidestepping sexual assaults like crazy. Too much?
Is that
one too much?
I don't know, because I don't know who we were burning. In all
Dance
honesty,
Revolution.
I guess at Disney, right?
sure, man.
Yeah, right. Because I'm talking about like the duality of like how much I love it, but at the same time, it's like they do awful things.
Yeah,
I don't know,
like
whatever, dude. So Pete,
Where did this go?
Peter.
we are boys who love the badge. Peter, look, I'm not gonna lie. He had the niece, and he was good with his family.
Yeah.
I mean,
great group of friends.
the group of friends was awesome.
Yeah.
The group
Was
of friends was awesome. I
Okay.
liked that a lot.
Kind of felt like he pulled his guy friends away a little prematurely. Like, hey, this is Rachel. Guys, mind if I talk to you for a second?
Talking with the bros.
It's like, so what do you think?
Also, in
she has
hindsight,
She has a firm handshake.
Yeah.
in hindsight, was
Nice
he just
smile.
trying to show off that he had black friends?
I wasn't gonna.
No,
say it.
everybody's just like, she hangs out with all their friends. They just don't always show it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
It is.
I don't think so.
A lot of people. Dean had a whole friends. I saw this. There
Wow.
was- on Dean's hometown, they hung out with his friends. They just
Now,
didn't show it
do
to
their
focus
friends have
on-
to fly back to their hometowns too?
Yes.
Because I'm sure they have lives.
Well, I mean,
Oh my god, I honestly always kind of pictured their hometowns as bubbles. Like
Yeah,
they
it's
only
like
got
they're
people
the
straight
only
up,
person
yeah.
in the town to make it out of there.
like he's on the TV finding love.
Oh
I mean, a lot of the times it's probably the case, but
Yeah, I mean, like sometimes, like with Rachel or with Raven,
Oh, yeah.
it felt
Yeah.
like her brother was probably a cop in that city forever.
Oh, they really missed an opportunity
at the
to.
Kissing Well or the Thinking Well or whatever.
The silo,
The silo, yeah.
Yeah.
Where they
they went wrestling.
wrestling
They went
in the
mudding.
mud.
Down at the wrestling shack.
Anyway, we digress. So yeah, I mean that's Pete. Like I don't.
Yeah,
know.
I mean,
it wasn't very impactful.
Well, no, the thing is, yeah, it was impactful for her in a negative way because, like, he wasn't 100% sure he wanted to get married yet.
Which is normal.
But whatever. I mean, it's not the show,
I think-
unfortunately. So
He's probably my favorite person left.
he's my favorite
Yeah.
for Bachelor, actually. I mean,
Yeah.
he Eric.
I don't know if he'd buy into the whole process, especially after this.
yeah, I don't know. He's
I don't
like,
know.
He
He-
seems
I
too
like him.
gun
He's just
shy
kinda-
about it.
Yeah, he's kind of
Or is he
not
manufactured?
bland, he just kind of feels sort of camera shy.
Or is it all manufactured? Like, or is this the arc that they're setting up for next season? That he's like, I'm ready to buy in. Who
I
knows?
guess, yeah.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
guess we'll just have to find
Eric
out.
could be the Bachelor. It
Mhm.
could be a good one, in my opinion. But Peter seems like a reasonable choice as well. I think you're right about the lack of personality. But sometimes like Chris Soules didn't have a personality,
He didn't
Yeah.
have a brain.
and he's a murderer.
And he killed
all right. Stop right there.
Is what someone should have said to the guy Chris hit.
True. Well, they should have said stop back there. Or just stop.
Or please, Lester, don't get in that tractor. It's 2:30 in the morning.
Jeez.
oh my god.
Oh God. Woof.
Anyway,
Okay.
this is Bats
Yeah, so-
Boys Baltimore After Dark.
Part 2.
Hey, let's if we're gonna change, we got to transition because
That's true.
Peter's boring. I hope he does all right. He'd be
like
good
Peter
for
a lot.
Rachel. He'd be better for her than Brian.
This feels a little jolly for Brian.
Yeah.
Do you have black? Do you have just? Can we turn
Yeah.
the lights off when we talk about this demon?
We could. It'd be really dark.
this
bowels of hell?
Okay, how
this
about this?
throat scraping,
How about like fluorescent?
forked tongue,
Like a fluorescent feel?
Spanish speaking lady killer.
That feels good. This feels right.
Whatever.
Yeah, he's gross, man. And his family's actually pretty nice.
I don't know. His mom seems like
Yeah.
she'd kill someone if she looked like.
She straight up said that to Rachel.
Yeah, straight up.
but come on, they
'Cause
were
a,
like,
a
She was
woman
joking, but like, come on.
Well, yeah.
well, and again, that editing cheese, they were like, they in the preview, it was like, if you hurt Brian, they'll kill you, and then they show Rachel's face like,
There's a dart to the neck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I get that she was being like sort of humorous, but like straight up, like, especially with that after credit scene where she's like, "Oh, the haircut," and she's like, she's definitely one of those overbearing mothers. And does Brian have siblings?
You know what's funny?
No,
I
None?
watched
He doesn't
that
have
after the
sisters?
credits.
Okay.
that's his cousin. I
Okay,
think.
yeah, because I didn't catch the labels, but she
That
kept
is-
saying, "He's my life. He's my only
No,
son." And
yeah.
I don't know. It's like, well, what about your?
No, he's the
daughters?
baby. He's the baby. He's got siblings.
He does,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, he's the
think
baby.
so.
They said
That-
Yeah, because she kept saying, "He's my life. If you take him from me, like I'll kill you.
that.
I kill you."
Take
I
my-
think,
And then
I
she goes,
think
"Hot
that lady
pockets."
that was there was his cousin.
She was just a mashup of comedians.
No,
was it?
He was
I
the
don't know.
baby of the family for sure.
Manslaughter.
What?
Comedian mashup. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
You know
Ryan Regan to random.
Oh wow, that was
who?
nice.
I don't know, man.
That's solid, man. No, like actually, props. Yeah, I'll give you some props. You know,
Get
I'll
outta
give you a
here.
high five.
Chris
Over
Soules-
Ryan.
Chris
high
Soules
five.
got me in a manslaughtering mood.
Anyway,
Doesn't he all to everyone?
now you got me thinking about corn.
But yeah, I don't know. He like definitely overbearing mother, like more camera shy father than
He didn't seem camera shy. He just seemed like
Ben's
too
famous
odd,
guacamole maker.
and not in an
pops.
entertaining way. You know, it's you said that thing about the mother twice, but literally during that after the credits thing, all I thought about was my mom. My mom literally has had that conversation with me before.
Oh, Ryan.
It's the son, Ryan. Especially right now. Actually, she likes it this time.
I was gonna say that. Dang.
She likes it this
Oh
time.
shoot.
So I think she said I looked good in like one outfit I wore.
I also think he's just
Yeah, it's a start.
Brian hasn't outwardly inherently done anything wrong,
Yeah. Well.
but it just everything seems. He made some weird comments. At
No,
the
it's the
Ellen
face
thing,
he
but
makes in the fucking. I literally cursed so hard, but it's true. It's the freaking face he makes.
Is there a way to leave a mark on there? Nope. It's fine. It's fine.
Fuck it.
Anyway,
Whatever. No kids are listening to this. Who
Bad
cares?
Boys Baltimore after dark. Whatever.
Anyway,
Anyway,
man, lights out. But yeah, it's a face he makes.
Cheeks
No, the
are,
face
like,
he makes-
crazy huge.
the
You
Brian.
face
notice that?
he makes during the freaking rose ceremonies. He's like,
Yeah. Well, you know, in this one, the thing that kind of caught me that was either I couldn't tell if he's a good performer or if he's just really that cocky, or maybe he just really trusts in his relationship with Rachel. But he was like the only one that came in with a big smile, like, "Hey, Chris, how you doing?" You know, like everyone else was like, whew, you know, like nervous coming in, and he just came in all.
I think because he's
I just think
sure.
he knows how to play the game.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, I mean,
Yeah.
like, I don't even like want to talk about it, but like
He's
you
been
know,
on
he
that
was-
dating
he's
show.
on
the
that dating show,
yeah.
called Players, and it's just
Yeah.
all about being a player. And it's like, whatever, dude. Like,
He's everything that comes out of his mouth just seems like rehearsed, like he's practiced this or something. I
He
don't-
has for 19 years, like
It's
Adam
the,
said to
I'll
Dean,
speak
and then
Spanish to this nice Cuban man I'm playing dominoes with. You're not gonna know what I'm saying, but it's gonna be hot. It's like, oh, speak Spanish to me, please. Like she becomes like, she reverts to like this very basic.
yeah, I
more
don't like
basic
her
than
with
she
him.
normally is around Brian. She's
yeah, I
just,
mean,
like,
like,
infatuated with the thought of Brian, but like I've never seen them connect on any personal level whatsoever.
yeah, he, I don't know. He's just fake AF to me.
Yeah.
And you know, he's
Reminds me
showing
of
her the
Josh.
real Miami, just straight up trying to be, you know, Mr. 305
My
himself.
chummy.
He's like, "Hey, Mr. Worldwide, Calle Ocho." It's like, come on, like, please, you are not Mr. Bull, Pitbull, Dale.
Yeah, I never liked Brian. I don't like Brian.
But I think he's gonna win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
It's just, I don't know. That makes me feel like, come on, Rach.
I don't like her
You
with
know
him. Yeah,
better.
she's she's
Right?
better than him.
It's like, how does someone like Rachel fall for that,
I don't
right?
know.
Like, we can't be wrong.
no, we're not wrong. It's
We're
obvious.
not alone, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's true.
We're in the majority.
It's
on
just
this
like,
one.
dang, man. Like, I don't know.
I know. When I was thinking, I was watching the Final Four, and I was starting to really think about who the next Bachelor would be. And I was thinking, if Brian wins, would he be the Bachelor? No, because I
hope
don't think
not.
people are stupid enough. No one wants to watch this season of this scumbag.
Just
Like,
Players season 2.
yeah, like,
Uh,
ugh,
it just, I don't know. Yeah. Was it him that we said at the beginning is he's Josh Murray part
Yeah.
2?
Yeah.
And he just straight up is, and it's like, and now Amanda's back on Paradise because that didn't work out.
Her poor freaking kids.
I know, right?
Have they, when is their mom home?
Never. She's chilling on Insta.
So always.
I've lost so much respect for her
Same.
season after season after season. The first time I met her, one of our favorites, a Batch Boys, a Hall of Fame. We had a framed picture of her over there.
You met her?
I meant like on the show.
We Americans.
The first, we as Batch Boys Nation and the Bachelor Nation met
yeah. Of course.
Amanda. It was love at first sight for sure.
Totally.
But then
Yeah.
she comes back around, and then it feels like we're gonna have this beach love, and then Josh freaking Murray comes in, takes her, and
moans a little bit.
Andy Dorfman's her, and then he dumps her.
Yeah,
She
I don't know.
calls
It's just
back.
like that's the thing is like I feel like this show is so catered to just like setting up women to pick the wrong guy, and it's like it's
Yeah.
not. It can't be
Because
them.
that wrong guy thrives in an environment like this, unfortunately.
That's like the thing, and like I don't know if this is where we want to really be going right now.
The last
But
two
it's-
bachelorettes are still with their
Yeah,
choices.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't.
Yeah, but like,
whatever.
like Caitlyn picked Sean, and Sean's gross and dumb. I mean,
They're great for each other.
I guess, but I think Rachel isn't. Rachel's better than what's the frick is his name? Brian. She's better than him.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like guys like this get a little push. I feel like they get a boost from behind the camera, And whether
What would they have to gain out of getting Brian?
Brian just seems
I don't
like
know.
a JoJo finalist.
why does everyone on TV attractive and know how to behave? It's because they know how to work the game. That's why actors are so pretty.
I don't know how to do either.
Yeah, right. That's why I'm not famous. But anyway, whatever. Brian. I don't know. He's gonna win.
Come on, man.
I don't like him.
Just let it out. I feel like you're holding in.
No, I'm not. I mean, I am, but it's just all my business.
Come on, let the business
I
out.
don't let my business out.
Don't let the
No, I mean, like I'm about to have Dean come in me right now, and he's gonna come out of me. I'm just gonna be spewing Dean everywhere.
Oh, you had Dean in you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have metaphorical Dean vomit, and
Jake let Dean come in him.
Diarrhea?
COME. It's like Jake said last week. Remember, guys? I'm saying it just as eloquently.
so it's funny, right?
Yeah, it's funny because of homonyms.
Funny.
You don't get it. We're not gonna bleep it, Daniel. Get off our backs.
Oh crap!
my
Well,
gosh.
that's all I have to say about Peter. Or Brian. Weird kind of family. Very put together in like a kind of fake way, and
I don't think the other contestants like him very much.
it doesn't seem like it. But it also
They
doesn't
put in
seem
a
like
couple
they.
scenes of Dean and Peter just straight trashing him.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of felt like I was recalling that, but then like when Dean leaves, spoiler alert, he goes, "You got three great guys in there," and then I thought to myself, like, would he ever really, or would anyone be like, "You got 2 great guys in there," but there's 3.
Dean's kind of chirped him on Twitter a little bit too.
Yeah.
I was thinking how interesting it must be because when you first are on this show, you're all boys. You go to the roast ceremony, you see each other. What up? And then like even at the end, it's getting like you're still boys, but like now you all kind of have more serious relationships with her. And I'm thinking like it's the last 3 or 4. Like when you see each other, like you're boys, but it's like I'm gonna marry that girl. Like, no, I'm gonna marry that girl.
It's like, hey man, like,
Could you imagine that? Like,
reality is, none of us are probably gonna marry this girl.
yeah, like, could you imagine that feeling of like both camaraderie and like utter like enemy?
yeah, of like potentially meeting your best man while trying to marry his girlfriend. Like, hey Pete, no hard feelings, man. Like, tu es mi hermano, but would you mind, being our ring boy when I marry Rachel? That was Brian. I didn't know how to say I was Brian without speaking Spanish.
Soprosiento, mos
Despacito.
puedes. Yeah. Oh, freak! I'm Justin Biebering, aren't I?
A little bit, I think.
Ooh. That was
Anyway.
in poor taste.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about Brian.
I got a lot to say about Dean, that dillweed. Are you kidding
Let's
me?
get into it.
No, are you kidding me?
Change the lights.
Yeah, it's getting red.
Give us a nice. No.
What do you want?
I don't know. Purple. You got a purple, soft purple.
like that. Yeah, that's nice.
This is Dean color. All right, let me get into the real reason though. Like
Dark.
honestly, Dean. I feel like Dean proved to be a bad guy.
Why?
Because he
Because
comes
he has
in
to
there.
have a hot take.
No, because he comes in there, and I know Casey can't be here tonight, but he agrees.
No.
No. Dean, he comes in there, he's rolling his eyes at his dad immediately. He didn't put his dad was attempting to reach out. It totally.
No. When
He
they
was
started
being
talking,
complimentary.
When they were sitting down, he was trying to be civil. But when they had one,
No, the dad was being so polite. He was offering him food and stuff, and Dean was like, "I wish I hadn't eaten before I came here." It's like, dude, what are you, 14? Like, grow the fuck up. I cussed again.
Like, see, the thing is that like I'm partially with you, but I can't. I can't just let you know that because you'll take it and run with it without knowing, why I'm not. It's like I get it. He's being like very dismissive, very like,
But there's
history
childish there that we haven't
it's
seen.
because there is history, and he's trying to. In the end, that's what his dad became. Like, Dean. On one hand, it's like he's not being respectful of his elders, of his father. He's not. It's one of the commandments, as we all know. Honor thy father and mother, and it's number 4. It's a big one. And
I've never read the Constitution.
Yeah, it's
Bill
the
of Rights,
Constitution
you
of the tribe of
idiot.
Judah, and he, is, given his body language is he's making an effort to not to be uncomfortable. So
Yes.
on one hand, it's like it's not very mature. He's
He
not
went in
taking
saying
the,
this
he's
is going to
not
be
taking the high
horrible. This is
road.
going to be horrible. It's going to be awful. Like, and
Yeah,
she's like,
he's-
it's going to be
being
fine.
I'll bet he didn't
negative,
want to do it in
like-
the first place. I'll bet the show's like your dad's
Yeah.
untraditional to say the least.
Well, no,
So
but that's
we're
the other
making you-
element.
He's like, I haven't talked to my dad in 2 years. Well, we're making you go
No,
see him now.
no. No one can make Dean see his dad. Dean was willing to like have this very public. Dude, you've not been talking to the mic the whole time.
No, I'm hearing him. I turned him up a little.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
yeah, but like no, Dean had the option, and like you haven't seen your dad in 2 years. You're gonna pick right now on like national TV in this weird environment to be like, oh, this is where I'm gonna like go try to like have a civil conversation with my dad. Like he was abandoned me. Like now's the time.
Yeah, see, like, I mean, that for me is just like it's neither here nor there, just because it can't be, because I don't know. Like if
Can't think of
he
Dean like that?
truly
Your precious
hasn't,
Dean.
if he truly hasn't seen his dad in 2 years, I can't imagine how this happened. That he was able to be like, hey, Dad, I know it's been 2 years, but like I'm having a camera crew come over. Is that fine? And his dad's like, yeah. I mean, the only way I can think of that is like they pressured him hard.
Yep.
They offered money, which I don't think they did. They may have in this particular circumstance because, how else do you say yes? Or it's just fake, and it's not, Or the other thing I was going to say is that his dad maybe is just like open to it, like, well, it's part of my practices, part of my teachings to be open and accepting, and because it seemed like at the end there that he felt a little bamboozled, Did you pick up on that?
No, when he looked right at the camera and he was
Yeah,
like,
he's like, yeah, nope.
Yeah,
And walked back out.
because he was like, no. Then he's like, all right, I'll talk to you like a real human, blah blah blah. And then it just kind of like it's
He
like
thought he'd been
it's like
played.
his
He was
gear
like-
exactly. It's like he'd been played. His gears turned back on that told him like what's right and wrong. And he's like, you know what, I can't stand for this anymore. Like I can't.
well,
just,
especially because his
he,
son.
he was just sitting there swallowing it.
Well, and his like he wasn't gonna like put up with this thing that apparently his son hated him and only brought this camera crew here to make him look like a crazy idiot.
yeah,
Like
yeah. And on that part, I'm with you. But at the same time, if we could go back a little bit, like
please,
because
I'm happy to debate this.
totally, and I know Theo's, got. I think he and I are a lot closer than you and I are, but I do feel I'm a little in the middle. And it's just that it's very exploitative. It feels that they're whatever's going on behind the scenes, something is to make this happen.
Well,
Because
and in
it's just this whole
general,
thing.
I thought like just the fact. Like, how could they do this? Like, that's so mean. Like, the show, like,
yeah.
That wasn't a hometown date, like, introducing Rachel to the family. That was, let's watch Dean and his crazy dad go at it. And it's like,
it was.
that had
and that's
nothing to
wrong.
do with the show. It had nothing to do with Rachel. It was unfair to put her through. Like,
it is. Sorry, I keep cutting you off, but it's just you're bringing up things that I want to talk about. But
It's okay. The interjections were agreements.
they were. I'm sorry. But
For once, Dean's brought us together.
yeah.
Still ugly loser.
Yeah,
though.
we were able to come together just thinking about Dean, and it's been great. It's been great just having my buddy, sitting here with me.
It feels like when we talk like this, it feels like Dean's coming with us,
Yeah, totally. And I know it's a tough pill to swallow. But when we're talking about Dean and we come together for Dean, I'm happy to swallow
We're
it.
thick as thieves in it,
Absolutely.
Sticky sheets.
But anyway, sorry, just going back. Like one thing that is just a crazy producer stank here is that his brothers were there, and like we saw Rachel talking to his sister-in-law, I think. Was that his sister?
I think there's a sister.
His real sister?
Yeah.
And she said, tell me about that. Like, Dean hasn't seen his dad. And she's like, yeah, it's been, that's really tough for them. And Dean was so strong, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm blah, blah, blahing it only for time, not because it's not important. But why didn't we see or hear from the other brothers? Like, they were there. It's because they intentionally cut it out because they want to make Dean look bad, because they knew if they showed the footage of what they said, they'd basically be saying, look, Dean is not in the wrong here. Our dad snapped when our mom died. He wasn't there for us. He wasn't there for our youngest, Dean. And, there's definitely traces of mental illness there, which isn't an insult. It truly is. And that's not something they want to tackle because that's too real life. They want to stick with the drama. They want to manufacture it. They want to sell out this poor old guy who's totally just kind of gone to what typical society would call, rock bottom. And he seems happy with his life. He's got a new wife. He has these practices that he seems to believe in and care for. So it's like, good for him, power to him. But I just feel like we really missed out on what truly happened here. And I feel for all of them. I feel like they're all kind of victims in this. And
I just felt dirty watching it.
Yeah, right?
It's just, this is just like too personal. It shouldn't be broadcast to millions of people.
Yeah, and Rachel took it like a champ too, because she wasn't the star of that segment at all.
No, but he was all vulnerable and was like, "I'm falling for you," and then she I guess she kind of felt obligated to say it back, and then she kicked her to the curb. It was like, ooh.
I know that was tough, but it's like this is a tough situation, there was a little bit of a break. I don't know. Got this over here, but I think I'm about 2 minutes off. So we're ishy. We're there almost.
That's some behind the scenes talk.
Yeah, so
for the fans.
I don't know. Like again, I wish I'd formulated my thoughts ahead of time because I just have so much to say. But it's just I feel him, and I guess that's what I wanted to say. It's just we were talking about Dean and rolling his eyes and his body language. Sorry again for dominating this. It's just like Dean and Eric's families just hit so close to home for me. It's just like I totally get their dynamics with their parents, and you can't let the dad off the hook because abandonment's abandonment, regardless of whether or not you're a victim.
And like when he started like trying to get him to say, he basically wanted him to say, "I was sorry I wasn't there," and he was like he seemed completely oblivious to the fact that he wasn't there for him.
Or he felt like he
admitted it.
He felt like he was being villainized. Like, oh, I don't love you. Is that what you want to hear?
Yeah. But that he was though.
Which by the way, my outfit tonight is I'm wearing a fez and I'm wearing hip Dean clothes. So I'm like Dean if he became his father.
Honestly though, Dean and his dad's faces looked exactly the same. I could see through the beard that they have the same face. I was really looking at it.
Yeah,
and then also like anguish and grief was separated.
I'm glad you see past people's beards.
Yeah, that's what helps us come together so often.
Well, no, but all I see are the scars, the horrible scars under yours.
Oh my god.
Yeah, see, it's the sliding. I wanted purple. This is a little light for me. But anyway, you can't let the dad off the hook because the parent's role, in my opinion, is to be stronger than the child has to be.
Okay, but also
I'm getting personal and psychological.
But also Dean's completely illegitimate like complaints and desires from the situation. He's like, you weren't maternal enough. Yeah, he's not your mom.
That's not illegitimate. He has to be. You have to be. As a parent,
if you don't know how to be. I mean, you can't like.
You got to learn. You just got to be stronger. I understand.
You
got to take your time.
That's what he didn't do.
Exactly. You got to take your time to grieve. You got to be your own person. You got to accept it and move on your own way. in the way,
I guess
Dean
I'd
found
like to think that I
found it,
wouldn't
but-
be like that in that situation, but I also like I understood him, like, and maybe I don't know. I saw him reaching
Dean
out.
or his dad?
The dad. I felt him reaching out to Dean and saying how cool it was
Nah.
to see him like
Nah, he
growing up
did
and the
this-
energies, the chakras and stuff. And like whatever, like maybe that's weird and not what Dean wants to hear. The kind of the validation he needs to hear.
Exactly. You have to be validated. That's so important. Is just validating somebody, especially someone who's been hurt like this. Even if you don't think it's true, when you clearly know it's what he needs to hear, just what's it cost you to say that, man? What's it cost you to say I'm sorry? Your
Especially as
pride?
like a Sikh
Like-
who's someone who's supposed to like practice peace and
Yeah, right?
forgiveness. It didn't
So,
seem
whatever,
like he gave a crap.
Yeah, but I don't know. The Bachelor. It was enough
Bringing
to
real
turn
human
Rachel off.
emotions. Yeah, gosh.
Yeah, and so Dean went home. Good night.
All right, see ya.
But yeah, I don't know. Intense episode. Definitely milked it for what it's, what they could get out of it. Dirty, wicked. ABC.
Producer Stang.
Stanky.
The sadists, the horrible sadists over
Yeah.
at ABC.
But if you ever want to pick us
We've
up,
become a
we'll,
pretty-
we'll happily sell out.
Yeah. Although we've kind of become a defiantly ABC, like our anti-ABC rhetoric.
Any publicity's good publicity, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Clearly, based on that trailer.
Eric D, I know he'll flip the switch with us. Eric Deals. Hey. How you doing, man? And
Gotta speak
big
up.
ups.
Hold on. Can't hear
You're not talking to the center of the microphone, Eric. I got a couple things. These are just miscellaneous. I don't like Dean. Look, whatever. His situation seemed tough.
Camera might be out, but if you're still listening and camera's out, bear with us. I'm not going to get up to turn it back on. And
This
if
is
it's still
just
on,
for
then
fun
this is
anyway.
funny. Yeah,
This is just fun for anyway right now. My sister sent me a picture of Christian's Bumble profile
No
in New York,
way.
New York.
No way.
Christian, my pick.
Christian Bishop.
Christian Bishop,
Super like
the chosen one. No, I don't know.
Oh, he used his Bachelor picture.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
He literally
Oh,
used his
come
picture from The Bachelor.
Was his bio on there?
Oh, I don't
It
know.
has
My
a picture
sister's
of a
not as
rose
thorough
and
as
just says,
me.
like BS4.
Didn't he acknowledge us on Twitter?
Yeah. He's a good friend.
Yeah,
He's a good
shout
friend.
out to Christian. He's a good friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Good friend of the show.
There's some great
Acknowledged us
airtime
on Twitter. Friend
And
of the show.
Great
shout
airtime
out
for
shout
Chris.
out to Tanner Tolbert and Jade Tolbert.
for hanging in there.
What do you mean for hanging in there? They're in love and they got a baby on the way.
Yeah.
They pushed that thing out yet or what?
Yeah. You gotta hang in there.
It's crawling
Hang
through.
in there, baby.
And
I guess, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like you and me are in a fight now.
Oh, come on.
I'm happy.
Come
with that.
on, me?
Yeah, that's a cliffhanger.
Me in a fight with you.
Oh, my back hurts.
Me. Come on. Come on, me.
Oh, yeah, you're just denying. You're denying, and you're closed off, and it's making
Oh,
it hard for
come
us to have a
on,
relationship.
me. Come on, me. Of all people?
Yo,
Come on.
Come on.
me. Being the guy. That
Come
you would-
on, me.
Oh, man, no way.
Come in me, Jake.
You know what? Come on, us. Right, Alex? Come on, us. Can we agree that
Yeah, Alex.
that
Come on.
it's
us,
not come
right?
on me, it's not come on him.
No, it's
You know,
it's
we just
come
got to
on
find the
both
middle
of you.
ground. It's both of us, right?
Just soak the both of you.
Honestly, like, I just want to bring. I want to bring all this cum to everyone.
Come on, everyone.
Come on,
Come
everyone.
on, America.
The Batch
Come
Boys.
on, Bachelor Nation.
The Batch Boys coming on, everyone.
And I can't wait to see everybody coming in paradise.
All right. Good night, Baltimore.
Good night, Baltimore.
We're done.